I'm live, but nobody's here because I've had to start it again. So I'm gonna. Figure this out. Technically challenged. So goddamn technically challenged. So I will find out how to share. Okay. Hey, haha. I found a way. Yes, you can be added. Can everybody hear me okay? Yes, Susie, we're live. That's my girl. Can you hear me okay? Yes, cool. Well, hello. So my video would not upload today. I think it's because I mentioned a few royals and a few other people. So, YouTube was being a bit funny. I tend to mention certain names and it just doesn't upload the video magically. So I thought I'd do some free readings and make sure people still got what they needed today and that I got to connect to you all. So I'm just reading through and we'll get on to the readings. I've already prepared the cards, but I like to play with cards constantly anyway. So hey, Susie, my girl. So everybody, Susie is the best moderator in the world, the best sister in the world. She looks after me so well. So she'll keep me right because she knows how technically challenged I am. We can't all be good at everything, can we? So who have we got? Hello? Talk Junior. Can I just call you Talk Junior? Hey, Miss Susie. Hey, Zara. Mary. Who else have we got? My Barry. Hey, brother Barry. I've been sending you so much love today and I won't stop sending you so much love. Everybody, Barry lost a loved one today through circumstances, pretty much because of what's going on right now, because people aren't getting treated properly right now. So I just want everybody to collectively, Barry's a good brother, send him love for his aunt passing over, and just that collective support. So who have we got? Who wants a reading? Give me some names. So is everybody, I wish people could talk back. Elsa. Okay, so you're going to come back for a reading. That's fine, no problem. Okay, Christine. That's Christine Rose. Does a Cancer male hate me? You're a Sag female. Nice mix. That'll be an interesting mix, is it? No communication since April. Hold on, so I've got Zara. So Zara asked a question first to say, when will my ex, Erin, come back? Is that? So I'll do Zara and then we'll do Christine, if that's okay with everybody. So that's a pretty direct question. So we want confirmation. Just tell me that I've got that right, Zara. You want to know when your ex will come back. Yeah? Mary, no problem at all. The card's flipped up the wrong way, or the right way. So for Zara, back the X. Okay, Zara, so we've got the Five of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, put it this way, and the Sun card. Hey, Keith. Hello. Can't believe you made it. Okay, Zara. So there's the Five of Wands. There's conflict here, and things have gotten out of hand. Ego has gotten in the way. I'm not going to say on one side more than the other, rather your exes more than the other, but your ego got in the way as well. And so that made it difficult for things to be reconciled. And so we've got the Page of Pentacles here. Now the Page of Pentacles, it's a sweet energy, but it takes its sweet time also. It's in no hurry. Very strategic, looking at its way. You can see the way he's looking at this pentacle, his material. You represent that pentacle. In the material isn't just the money. It's the physical people we have around us. It's the things that sustain us. He's working out whether, this is going to be a sustainable thing, and whether he can let go of his ego, and whether you are going to let go of some of yours. So him not being in touch since April, I think you said, it makes a lot of sense, because the Page of Pentacles does not hurry, does not rush. And so, but the last card there coming out is the Sun card. So this is true enlightenment, true knowing of what direction he wants to go in. But also, I want to say for your enlightenment also, that to use this time constructively, to really be building on self. When I say ego, it doesn't mean that I think for 1 minute you're coming across as an egotistical maniac, but ego comes up, Zara, out of fears, fear of loss. And we actually can sometimes push each other away, push people away that matter to us, because of fear. The fear of being abandoned, the fear of not having what we need from that person. And so we've got the Eight of Wands, but it's in reverse here. So the Eight of Wands usually meaning messages coming back and forth, and that's to clarify the Five of Wands. So you're right, there's been no communication, and there's been no hurry to communicate at all. Okay. So we've got the Six of Pentacles to clarify the Page of Pentacles here. So he's really taking his time to work out, where he wants to put his material, his reality, how he wants his reality to look, who he wants to give himself over to, who he wants to give his life over to, who he wants to share his life to. The Six of Pentacles being reciprocity, giving, receiving, and taking. When this Sun card gets clarified by this Page of Swords. The Page of Swords starts to speed things up. Give it another 2 months and expect some kind of communication. But also another 2 months, give it, and it might be that you are the one indeed that communicates first. Maybe there's a little bit of fear here with this Page of Pentacles. He's not in any hurry, but there is second chances. The Judgment card is on the bottom of the deck, and this speaks to the second chances. But don't look at this as the be-all and end-all. You may be ignoring some things, some offers that are coming up in your life, Zara, at the minute, because you're too fixed on this outcome of the relationship. When you're being called to your soul's path, there's certain things that are calling you in that are for your betterment. And sometimes we do need to be separated from others to do that, to really throw ourselves into the things that we need to throw ourselves into. So look a little bit beyond. I know it's difficult. I know it's so difficult when you're in love, or when you want something so bad. But look at the things around you right now, and see what's in store for you and what's being offered to you right now. That you are, sorry, I get such an itchy nose that I'm getting messages. It's so rude. See what's being offered to you right now, because you're too focused on this and you're missing certain opportunities, certain things that will really help you grow and expand as you go on. So I hope that helps. I hope that gives you some kind of clarification as to how to go forward. Right now, it's a little bit too hot to do anything, so you may as well be enjoying yourself, expanding and learning as you take time to wait. Something might change for you, though, Zara, that you see another opportunity, another way forward. So I hope that helps. Let me know if you need anything else. So who was next? Was it Christine? It was Christine, wasn't it? Christine. Oh, I can scroll. Does Cancer male hate me? Sag female. So for Christine, no. I can tell you now already, Christine, he doesn't. I'm going to give you some cards that you may need to hear anyway. You said some things that could have seemed pretty harsh and could have seemed pretty, it's all about ego today, ego busting. And so he found that difficult. It put him in a bit of a blind spot, not because of you really, but because of what was said and who and what triggers it sort of triggered off. It put him in that blind spot. You see the Two of Swords here. She's sitting there crossing her heart chakra. She's a bit cut off. She needs some time out to reconnect to the two different options, the two different truths on the plate, the two different directions. But then we've got this Knight of Swords rushing in. Somebody spoke truth into this situation, and it's created a bit of a tower moment. We've got the Tower card there. So it was pretty brutal, but necessary. You know, there's a refinement happening right now of the people that are on the right frequency for us, that are part of our expansion right now. There's no time to mess about. So there's lots of tower moments happening, so don't feel bad about that. You know, you can't be dwelling on it. You know, there's a working out right now of where to put where to find community, with the Seven of Pentacles clarifying this Two of Swords, where you both fit in, and you can't hinge your decision making or the opportunities that are coming your way on just the wishing and the wanting to fit in with with him, with your ex, sorry. So there's some truth being spoken. You see, this Knight of Swords is not messing around. It's rushing in with that truth sword, and doesn't really, not always careful of feelings, of emotions. And so, but there's been truth spoken into the situation. I feel that it's still got the main part of the Tower moment to come. You see this lightning strike, Christine, on the Tower, and the crown of the Tower is being popped off. There's certain truths that you both have to face that, frequency-wise, energetically-wise, this wasn't a match for right now. And things happened, certain perceived betrayals happened. Some truth was spoken out about them, and there's been like a sacrifice, a necessary letting go of something. There's a need for you to really reconnect to yourself, to understand where your triggers came into this, and what led up to that last row, that last exchange of words. Now, the Tower card coming in for you, there's certain things that are going to unfold from that. Again, the Knight of Swords on the other deck, rushing in with the truth. But the Tower for you, see the Tower, the crown popping off there is of ego and illusion, things that were built on rocky foundations to start with. So it was always going to come to this point. Hello, Christine. I hope you're getting all of that. And so it was inevitable to an extent, because certain things weren't being said, certain things were being done, and there needed to be some kind of bomb in there, because there was a to-in and fro-in with this Two of Swords. There wasn't any real true decisions being made, and so that made it difficult for both. So at that point, the universe is kind to us, and the Tower doesn't feel kind at all. At the moment that it's happening, it feels cruel, but it is kind. It's a service to when we will not look through the illusions in our lives, the things that don't frequency match, energetically match. Then the Tower moment does move in, and it can be pretty brutal, because when we dig our heels in and want to pretend everything is okay when it's not, sometimes we do as humans need this truth bomb to be thrown in to break down those illusions, to break down those towers. So I hope that helps, because, sorry, I haven't finished. This Tower moment, if you accept it for what it is and let the things that weren't really serving you, Christine, but you were just used to, there's Three of Pentacles here. There's a real togetherness coming around you, either through friendship or through teamwork in something, to build something together, to create something together. And that might just be a friendship group that you'd never really had that level of trust and wholeness with friends before this Tower moment happened. So this situation is trying to speak truth to your heart as well, but there's no hatred there. To be honest, there's more self-deprivation on both sides, but the resistance to accept and love self on both sides has created this Tower moment and this huge amount of tension. But actually, it's more directed. You're directing it at you, as we can see from the question, and that your ex is directing it at them. But then it's too soon for any more truth bombs to happen, because that's explosive. Let the time pass. See what is left after the Tower crumbles. I can see that, I promise you, it's good. It is good. What is revealed beneath the Tower once this is all crumbled down. It's not right for now. Put it that way, but that's normal. You're not going against the grain there. There are so many relationships needing to break up, and move on, and it's only our ego that really, with the clinging on, that makes it even more difficult and emotionally hard to deal with. So I hope that helps, Christine, but there's no hatred there, but you mustn't self-deprivate. either. You mustn't be kind to yourself, speak to yourself kindly, speak to yourself in a way that is out of love. So, okay. Tokens Junior 16. Okay, so is it just a general reading, or was there a question? The cards are dropping. 1 second. Hey Tokens, was it just a general reading? I don't mind doing another one, Barry. That's okay. Just general. Okay, that's the ones I like. Well, I like all of them, but I like general, so I like to see what wants to come up. Okay, Tokens, so we've got the 7 of Swords, we have got the 3 of Cups, and we've got the 10 of Pentacles. So where the reading starts off in a negative frequency, with the 7 of Swords representing theft, taking. You can see here that, you know, somebody's trying to take what is yours. You might have found that, you know, people in a friendship group or within the family unit, you feel like having the energy of somebody almost trying to take away your intellectual property, mimicking you, trying to put your ideas across as theirs. You might find that, you know, that you've had this niggle and nobody else has quite seen it. If you haven't already, then look out for that. Keep a lookout for it. So to clarify that, yeah, we've got the 3 of Cups. So your second card, first card is the 7 of Swords. Your second card is the 3 of Cups. To clarify the 7 of Swords, the 3 of Cups and the other deck comes out in reverse. So somebody within your close unit stealing from you, either intellectual property, you know, your thoughts, your ideas, or just persona, which sounds a weird thing, but, you know, lots of people can get jealous of people that they look up to, or something that they feel they can't aspire to be themselves. And they sort of try and be almost like a colour changing lizard when they're around you, trying to thought vampires, energy vampires. Now, be warned that sometimes it can mean that people go to the point when they've done that with the 3 of Cups being in reverse, causing emotional distress or stirring a little bit emotionally. And it's within this friendship group or unit with this 3 of Cups upright. You see, this is a unit that is happy, celebratory, together. You know, they want the best for one another. But within that unit is somebody that is trying to break up the unit or trying to corner you off, not wanting to share, and you felt that energetically. And so we've got the 5 of Wands, conflict, but it's in reverse, and so it's more sneaky. It's very sneaky. It's very subtle. It's very under the radar. So just as I'm finding it difficult to convey and explain, it's something that you would also find it very difficult to convey and explain. Wow. So you are right. You're not making things up in your mind. You're not being too overreactive. You're saying yes there, yeah. You felt it. You're not being over dramatic. It's there, it's happening. And so with that being said, this 10 of Pentacles coming up is real alignment with your physical sustainability, the material around you. the promise of the work that you're putting in really paying off. So where others might have had doubts, or this sneaky little energy might have been trying to implant doubts in your mind, don't have. Go forward with what you're going forward with regarding work, business, the things, the ideas that you've got, the different ways around what's going on right now, and how to build that sustainability and that material wealth, the reality that you live in. But that includes the people around you. And you are going to have to maybe make the decision to be strong enough and wise enough and stern enough to understand that what you're feeling is happening, what you're feeling is true. And so it's okay for you to make a decision to cut somebody out of your life or remove yourself from that energy, just on your intuition. You don't need evidence. You don't need to convince the others in the group. You explain if you want to explain. If you don't, you don't. You need to take your divinity and sovereignty seriously. And because this Ten of Pentacles is huge promise of material alignment and the reality that you live in with everything that you need. And to clarify, that is the Three of Wands. So again, the Three of Wands, where you're looking at the Two of Wands, that's an idea, it's embryonic. Now the Three of Wands, it's still quite new, a different way of doing things, but it's a collaborative idea coming together and coming into fruition. So the things you've been working towards and thinking about, you go for it, because as soon as you do that with this Ten of Pentacles, that's an awesome end of the reading. But there is this niggly, sneaky little energy that will try and cause harm. You deal with it in your sovereignty. It's not going to manage to do anything. The Ace of Swords on the bottom of the deck for you, so having that clarity and that knowing, that intuition, again, taking back authority over what is yours. The other swords represented in your reading, the Seven of Swords, this theft. On the bottom of the other deck, it's your home, and it's the Four of Wands. So this is building a happy home. Now that, coupled with the Ten of Pentacles, that is an awesome reading, and it's worth taking the step to trust your intuition, act on your intuition, and cut out that niggly energy that you know is there. It's very hard for you to explain even to others, because it is so sneaky. It's air, it's thoughts, it's energy. You felt it. It's the knowing of that. But it's for you to act upon it without worrying about what other people might think or say, because that's your right to do so. 1 second, I'm just going to shut the door. Who's next? Who's next, Susie? Your chance of reading. Very good. 1 second. Hey. Who is next? Mary wins. Hi, Mary. A general reading, whatever I feel. Okay. Mary, if you will, and I've got to say this, I did medicine, but I'm not a doctor, I'm not a physician in any way, but if you could incorporate ginger into your diet. Hi Mary, heart to you too, that if you could incorporate ginger into your diet, it would do you a lot of good. It helps with pain, but most of all it helps with digestion, so I hope that means something to you, because I know it'll help you. Okay. Flying tonight. So the reading that wouldn't upload today on YouTube, it had this Four of Swords in, and that's come up now for 2 readings. I've only done 3. And so it had that Four of Swords in, and so the Four of Swords in this deck is talking about sacrifice, self-sacrifice, unnecessary sacrifice. And so where we're seeing that on the collective stage, Mary, you know, the sacrifices that are happening, you know, in the darker realms, we're seeing that in our individual lives. And for a lot of time, we've been indoctrinated. Oh, sorry, that door's blown open again, sorry. Sorry, Mary. It's so windy here tonight. Apparently, Ireland's had a terrible storm. We're getting the tail end of it, but it's not bad. So love goes out to Ireland. It's ruined some of the towns there. So I'm not sure much more than that. But it's been all the seasons in one, as this is the UK. That's normal, but it's super windy, so the door keeps blowing open because my cat hasn't come in for the night yet, so I've got to keep a window open so she can jump in because the bigger cats bully her. So Mary, sorry. This unnecessary sacrifice, you offer yourself up a lot, your time, your energy. You're so giving to others that you really do leave yourself depleted energetically. So with this King of Swords here, you do need to take authority over that, because we've got the Four of Swords there, and you can see they're sacrificing this bull. And at times in your life, Mary, it's been quite brutal that, you know, you would have had every right to be this King of Swords and speak out on your own behalf, or fully expect somebody around you at times to speak out on your behalf and give you that backing. And so this energy that you have, that it's okay for you to sacrifice your own self just to make peace, just to keep others happy, just to make others feel big and prominent. And that's got to change. You really do have to take on this calling to your sovereignty, to your divinity, to being able to speak your truth without the feeling of guilt, and being able to say no and not feel guilty, that it's an okay thing to be able to say no, because it's been affecting it's been affecting your material realm. And where this is the Ten of Pentacles, but it's in reverse. And so where you have got such gifts there from the universe, but you can't even get to enjoy them a lot of the time, because there's this sense of guilt. There's this sense of guilt regarding what you even taking time out to for yourself. And that's very important, because in doing that, in taking time and not feeling guilty, especially if you can take time out to meditate, however that is for you, whether you like gardening, cooking, whatever makes your mind switch off and connect to spirit, that's what you need, because then this Ten of Pentacles that's in reverse would flip that way. Believe you me, the Ten of Pentacles, the right way up, is worth having. But when you've got the material things just there, just waiting on the periphery, or even right there, but you can't enjoy them because of this inner sense of guilt that comes right from childhood, where you would take the blame for things that you didn't need to take the blame for, maybe for a sibling. It locks you up in your material, and there's people around you, or one person around you in particular, that's all too happy to allow you to do this. Because on that Ten of Pentacles in reverse, Mary, we've got the King of the Three of Hearts. I'm just trying to find you on there again. And so that's difficult, because that is, you can see how brutal that card is. That's real heartache, real hurts of where this King of Swords in the past, whether this is a fatherly energy or a partner, but in the past should have stood up for you, should have stopped you feel, from being the self-sacrificing lamb, the self-sacrificing calf, but they didn't. And that seems to have set you up for a time of where there's this underlying sense of guilt in everything that is there for you to enjoy. There's some real pain there in your family unit, in your material, the immediate physical reality around you, Mary. And that's not nice and that's not good. It's connected to these chains that bind you, these certain things that wounded you in your past. You see, we've got the devil card here. Now, this is interesting. I've just tattooed myself with the 5-pointed star, because originally the 5-pointed star was a image of a symbol of divine feminine, Mary. And like everything to this present day, way back when, they inverted everything. So you see here on this devil card, it's actually got the star that I've just tattooed on myself, but it's got it inverted. So this is the taking away of the divine feminine, taking away the seat that the divine feminine energy had. The divine feminine energy held space and time for everything in the material. So there's something that's really put your divine feminine energy down, wounded it, and these chains that have bound you ever since have kept growing in link after link over the years. But you can release yourself from that, Mary, and right now is the time to do so. We've got the King of Pentacles here. Now, for me, this is an energy that's passed on, Mary, that is of your bloodline, that is willing you to do the inner work, to finally break through those chains from the devil that binds you, and really embellish yourself, really enjoy and be the divine feminine energy here in all of your glory, in all of your adornment, because you deserve that. You're a beautiful soul, and this energy that is passed on is willing you, and this is a fatherly energy. This is it could be a grandfather, great grandfather, but a fatherly energy, your father in himself, willing you. And there you've got the high priestess, to become this high priestess that you are, to become this goddess that you are, and the wounds that have been inflicted over the years that have sort of disallowed you in your mind to be sovereign, to feel like you are worth it, to feel like you are enough. It's time to end that now. Your calling is to be the high priestess energy, to relock into your intuition and deal with this dark. Deal with the dark, the shadow self, all of the things that you've locked up, the hurts that you've locked up behind your inner closed doors. You are capable of doing that. And although you've put it off for a long time, it's time now, Mary. So there's victory here with this 6 of Wands. And so this is you after doing quite a bit of inner work, but less inner work than you imagine, with the energies right now being so accelerated and you being such a divine soul that's been locked up in these chains for so long. You start that inner work to really cut off those cords to past abuses, past times where you felt like you were sacrificed for other people's peace. It will really bring in this high priestess energy more than you know, and that will be able to reflect in your material reality. So this is a must for you, Mary. This is something that you can do, and the relief and victory and success that you'll have at doing this will amaze you. Let go of those inner hurts, let go of those inner wounds. And you know, it's okay to stand up for yourself. It's okay to say no. It's okay to say, I don't want that for me anymore. Because you are a divine soul, you goddess. Wake up, you goddess. Awaken, goddess. Awaken. What is in store for you when you do this is a material reality, a spiritual connection like you have, but you haven't felt it like this before. I promise you, unlock that door. You can deal with what is within, Mary. I promise you that. Who's next? Much love, Mary. You're going to do it. You're going to rock it. Who is next? I love that reading, Mary. I don't love that you've been through that, but you know, the strongest souls have been through so much, because the strongest souls recognize that the so much isn't acceptable. And when we finally awaken to that, we, just like in exercise, when we push ourselves and build and build. Thank you, Barry. Okay, sorry, Barry. Is that... Brenda can wait. Sorry, I'm so not good at this. Keith is next. Okay. No, I won't forget anybody. I'll stay here till we're done. Don't worry. I'm not going to forget anybody. I wouldn't do that. Keith, if you've got anything direct you want to ask, sweetness. Keith lives just up the road from me, and he's a beautiful soul. He has so much to give, and he gives so much. He's the kindest soul. Have you got anything direct to ask, Keith? I need to stop leaning on this. I think I'm wobbling you, and I need to get my glasses. And then I won't have to zoom in. No, Keith, your cards are flying. Okay, Keith, are you there? I'll do with the reading anyway, because I know you'll catch up on it if he's not there right now. So we've got 10 of Swords, Keith. We've got the Hermit, Major Arcana, and we've got the 7 of Cups, Hangman, Major Arcanas, Keith. So we've got the Hangman on the 10 of Swords. So the 10 of Swords, you can see here, it's a brutal scene. It's not pleasant to go through. There's thoughts and feelings here that you know, there's no more swords to put anywhere. You feel like you've wounded and inflicted yourself enough with the thoughts, the perception of even others. The vulture is there to pick off the bones of the dead. Now, that sounds really brutal, Keith, but with this Major Arcana, this Hangman here, it's to look at this from a different perspective. When all of the meat is picked off the bones here, we see the truth. We see what is really representative of us. We see the real people that we have around us that are worth keeping around us. We see that actually those thoughts will very quickly disperse into nothing. The vultures will make short work of that. And so the thoughts of the past that are haunting you, the regrets have got to stop. Now the Hermit is another Major Arcana here. Now the Hermit is the brave warrior that actually isn't afraid to go within, isn't afraid to walk in the darkest corners of self and question self as to why do I feel this? When did this come in? When did I start feeling this way about myself with this 6 of Cups looking back to the past? When did things start creeping in? When did I label myself? When did I start feeling this way about myself and then feeling this way about others? That's when we do some real healing, because that's when we can get that trigger out. That's when we can look at that situation, that darkest corner of self, and speak to ourselves, to make ourselves feel safe, to really transmute those energies, to give them a different slant, to debride them. You know, in wound cleaning, we debride it, we deslough it. Now, if we've been ignoring those inner wounds, this is what happens. You know, it turns to rotten meat. And so we do need to look at it from a different perspective with this Hangman. We do need to be the Hermit, the brave, silent warrior that goes within with the land. Look at the very things that we've been locking away for so long. And we do need to look at it with that Hangman, you know, not through the rose-tinted glasses, not through self-deprivation glasses, but look at it with true perception, with truth. And we do that by firing questions at ourselves. Sometimes it's going to be really helpful for you if you can write this down, Keith, as you're doing it. Write yourself down. Why do I feel like this? When did this come in? Who said this to me? And you drill down, go hard in the pain till you get to the very point of that corner, and you can say, okay, I can pluck that out now. This is dealable. This I can deal with this. It's small enough that I can look at this and really understand what's going on here. The Seven of Cups is, too many castles in the sky, too many options, too many emotions all over the place. I need to really, with that Hermit card, that drilling down and looking at the past through truth glasses, through a true lens, will sort of drill down to what you really want. Because while there's too many emotions all over the place, too many options, then you're never going to get what you want, because you don't know what you're looking at in front of you. One of these cups might be the perfect thing for you to fulfill you emotionally, but there's too much distraction, there's too much looking around, there's too many options. So in that Hermit energy, going within, you'll actually find what you're really looking for. Write that down too and manifest it. The 10 of Wands to clarify that. So you see that it's been tough work getting to this point. It's tough to really drill down and go hard in the paint to find out what you really want, because you can't really always blame people around you if you don't know what you want exactly either. And so to get to here, though, the 10 being an end of a hard cycle here, that's the beginning of a new cycle. It's wands, it's passions, it's drive. And so it's a good reading, but there is some inner work that needs to be done here, that will really turn things around. We've got the 5 of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, so you're feeling cut out and you're feeling like you need to cut some others out of your life. And there's a feeling of lack here, and this feeling of lack comes from this need for a different perspective on things, a different way of looking at things. But you've got 2 10s here, the 10 of Swords and the 10 of Wands. So there's endings to 2 very tough cycles in your life that have been going on for way too long. But the energies are here to support you if you do the inner work to get your way forward. So I hope that helps, Keith. I love you always. Who is next? Barry and Susie, please help. Oh, Barry, you've got my back. Thank you. She's had to run out to the camper. Karina. Hey, Karina. Thank you for popping in. Do you have any direct questions, or would you just like a general reading, Karina? I'll take note of that. Any kind of questions, Karina, or just general? Karina, there you are. Is Sebastian an unusual name? In my soul family, group of souls, my soul will be with forever in other realms and spiritual realm. I can say yes. You're going to come across 2 other energies before this year is out that you are very much connected to. No, I said yes, I know. But the cards will probably say yes too. I'll embellish on it. Hello, Tarot. Tarot Lecture. Lecture, am I saying that right? Oh, Mary, I just want to thank you again. Love, 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 and gratitude. Oh, Thank you, Mary. Those words there are exactly why I like doing this. I'm so technically challenged, though, that people are going to have to bear with me until I learn the YouTube thing. So, yeah, of course you can, Taro. I'll just speak to Karina, and then Barry has got a list going, and I'm sure he'll put you on the list. I need to make him a moderator too, if he'll accept. So, Karina, back to you. Yes, and the two other energies picking up on before the year is out that you will just know and you won't doubt it. That will be even more parts of your soul family finding their way to you. One of them might claim to be walking, and they won't be lying. So, Karina, we've got the Page of Wands here, finding the way, sort of really determining. You are really working hard to get on your soul's journey. You may be a little bit too hard. The Knight of the Page of Wands is, thank you, Barry. I'll just figure out how to do it because I did it by accident last time. The Page of Wands is mutable, is changeable. He's not too fixed on how he gets there or what happens in the journey, just that he gets there. He's very absorbent of the way there. He's determining his focus to just let the universe guide him, and the universe is really behind you right now, Karina, in this endeavor that you have to connect to the people around you that are of your frequency, that are of your people. So you're constructing this around you. Just relax a little bit and let the universe continue to bring these people forth to you. You've got the Nine of Cups here to clarify that, Karina. So there's true enjoyment here when you let go a little bit and see what the universe has to show you. There's going to be a certain thing said to you by somebody, maybe in a shop, that you'll think, hold on a minute, a certain phrase, a certain sentence that makes you smile. You can't help yourself, and you know that you were meant to be there at that moment in time to hear that. We've got the King of Chalices here, and so there's real love here within this soul family that already, at least 3 of them already feel you as you are feeling them. And so there's true connection here and wisdom. Now, oh wow. Karina, are you in a relationship? I don't think you are you? If you are you happy in it? Nope. This is something that's going to come forward for you. So this King of Cups here, this energy, who is balanced emotionally, which, oh my goodness, is such a good attribute. This King of Cups who is balanced emotionally, is not triggered. Something that you will really appreciate is got this emotional balance, bringing in this alignment and enjoyment with you, this abundance of emotional joy and bliss. Him being the King of Cups, you being the Queen of Pentacles. And so where he brings in some really unexpected emotional bliss to you. You weren't expecting this at all, I can tell. You bring in this comfort to him, this material comfort, the Queen of Pentacles. She's the divine feminine energy that really does hold space and time for the divine masculine energy. And so I know it is an awe, isn't it? It's such a beautiful and pretty energy that I'm feeling right now between these two. So make sure that's where you were getting guided to just let go a little bit of how you get there and just continue on this journey without being too fixed with this Page of Wands, because this brings real enjoyment here, and then this divine feminine and divine masculine connection. I think that's somebody who is going to say something to you just in passing, maybe in the shop, that is going to bring you that emotional alignment. Now, again, like many other people, we are having to cut out and refine the people around us that match our frequency. You know this as well, Karina, and you have the Three of Cups, but it's come out in reverse for you too. Now, I did put it back upright in the deck when it came out in reverse for someone else earlier. And so there's this energy. Give Barry a wrench. I'm going to Susie. I just don't want to try and do it now in case I don't do it right. I need you to do it if you can. I don't know if you can. Barry has been holding the fort. So there's certain energies here that might try and be a little bit jealous of this connection, Karina. And so, you know, just protect yourself with that. Things are becoming very exposed and apparent to us, and it seems like it's all negative, but it's not, because if we can't shine light in the negative, then what are we here for? And sometimes these energies that feel really harsh and highlight somebody who would not want to really celebrate with you, that might say they do to your face, but don't want to behind your back. The highlight of that is a gift, because you can cut it out in time before it ruins anything that is beautiful like this. And so that it's a gift. Don't see it as anything less. It's just refining your discernment and protecting what is yours. And so this Knight of Pentacles, it's not going to be fast-paced, but you're going to be able to discern and see the path forward with this relationship. But also you're going to be able to discern and see and be strategic about it. Don't be triggered, don't be reactionary, just be strategic about it and knowing of it. That energy that might seek to not be too kind. It makes sense that the Five of Pentacles is on the bottom of the deck. This is the need to cut out. I don't feel for 1 minute that you are going to be feeling any lack in your energy, but that you are going to be needing to cut somebody out of your energy field. But like I said, that is so common right now because people are exposing themselves to whatever frequency they're choosing to be on and choosing to align themselves with. And it's a gift when they do expose themselves, because you know, then we can refine even more, and that's what we're doing right now in a great deal. So Barry, can I just say, so I hope that helps, Karina. Remember those people steps. I am not. I can do it. Barry, you have a wrench, or you should have. Add. Yes. You should be blue now, Barry. You are blue. Jasmine is next. Does RB still have feelings for me? Or has he someone new? Okay. So there's some kind of crossover there, isn't there? Are you worried, Jasmine, that RB might try and be troublesome, maybe? Karina, you're so welcome. Okay. Thank you, Karina. Oh, Mary Susie Wilson. No problem, Karina. I don't know how to timestamp, so Jasmine, are you worried that thank you, Karina. Well, I love what you've got in store. Thank you so much. I've ordered a webcam as well, so I'm gonna look a bit better too. Bye, Karina. Thank you so much. Okay, Jasmine, can you tell me, are you worried that RB might cause a little bit of trouble with your engagement or with your marriage to come? He is my ex and I still have feelings for him. Okay, so there is that crossover. Such repetitive energies right now and such repetitive cards with a little twist for each person, and that's just the time that we're in right now. We're going through such a collective thing. So Jasmine, we've got the Two of Swords. So this speaks of both of you having feelings, but there's a warning here in that the next card is the Five of Wands, which has come up a few times now, but as I said, we're all experiencing some kind of conflicting energies right now. It just is what it is, as above, so below. So the Five of Wands here is, but what, and I hope this doesn't sound rude because I know you're not doing this physically, but there's a saying, crossing swords, when you're coming out of a relationship, you meet somebody new, and physically, some people, I'm not saying this of you, Jasmine, I'm just explaining the saying. Physically, sometimes you cross swords because the feelings are still there for the ex. There's unsaid and done things, and so you can sometimes end up, sleeping with both. Now, I'm not saying that is you. What I am saying is this is what is energetically happening. You see, on this card, they're actually crossing swords. This is no good for any of you in the situation because energetically is just as real as physical, if not more real at times. And so this energy crossover of you not being able to finalize your feelings for him, and actually him not being able to finalize his feelings for you, is going to cause trouble energetically. And the Five of Pentacles has just flown out there. So that's the need, Jasmine, to be brave enough to cut someone out for good. Otherwise, this conflict will ensue, even in your engagement, even in your engaged relationship. We've got the King of Swords, but the King of Swords is in reverse on your next card. Now, this is a very narcissistic energy. The double cross could cause trouble. Now, is that representative of your fiance or your ex? Let's find out. Two of Wands to clarify the Five of Pentacles. I'll come back to that, Jasmine. So this, this Five of Wands, you need to be able to, you're going to have to make the decision, Jasmine. Yeah, you're going to have to make the decision. That makes complete sense because you've got the Five of Wands here and now you've got the Seven of Wands. So there's real crossing of swords. There's real crossing of energy in that this is going to get pretty brutal in that you're going to be in the middle and trying to defend yourself from two energies that are going to get really pissed off at the energetic crossover. And so you really are going to have to find a way to figure out whether you can look at this new horizon with your fiance and truly do the Five of Pentacles energy and truly let go of your ex for good. Or you're going to have to, not have to, but I would advise to, be brave enough to end the engagement. I know that sounds extreme, but this Seven of Wands, this defense position over this conflict, This is a heavy way to try and enter into any kind of union. And it doesn't get any better. There's this narcissistic energy. I'm going to find out for you, Jasmine. This narcissistic energy of this King of Swords in reverse gets nasty, gets possessive, will play games, will really, you know, be unkind with words, and there's going to be lots of messages flying back and forth if there hasn't been already. He does still love you, Jasmine. He does still love you, sweetheart. He does, but not in the way that you want him to. Not in the way that you want him to. And so on the bottom of the other deck, the Five of Pentacles is in reverse. And so there's this real, nobody's wanting to put an end in or a full stop to any of this. Now, this kind of energetic crossover, it gets dangerous, it gets brutal, you know, it gets real conflict brewing. Now, it feels like your ex, and this might sound very brutal, but to look at this, make promises, childlike promises with this Page of Pentacles, but this turn into a very narcissistic energy, and will exchange messages with both your fiance and you, and actually start to play games, but not with the promise of building a life together with you afterwards once you let go of your fiance. There's a lot of over boiling passions here that are going to explode in your face. You need to be the one to control it. And the love that is there right now is not true love. It's that of wanting a possession back right now. Ego has stepped in. Although there is love there, the ego has stepped in. He has already let go emotionally a lot, and yes, he's already been elsewhere relationship-wise. Not in a relationship, but enjoyed other people elsewhere, and is still doing so. So I hope that helps, Jasmine. You know, that energetic crossover can be really brutal, and it's hard. It really is, especially when you've gone within the family. It's difficult, but it feels like there was already a rivalry there with these cousins, which is none of your doing. But that energetic crossover will blow up in your face if you don't. If you don't be the one to act in wisdom and put a full stop one way or the other. I wouldn't put a full stop towards in favor of going back towards your ex. There's nothing whole there for you right now. It's game play now, game on kind of thing. You know, your cousin that he doesn't like having anything taken from him by, you know, is got something now that, so now it's almost like an ego game. You know, how high can each one pay up the wall? It's boys and their toys right now. I hope that helps, Jasmine. I really do. Who is next? You're welcome, Jasmine. You're welcome. You know, be strong, and you know, if this fiance hasn't got everything there for you, know that you can manifest your absolute energetic equal by doing the inner work and being strong enough to know that. So much love. Brenda is next. Hey, Brenda, thank you, Barry. That's Chad. Hi, Chad. Brenda, did you have a direct question, or is it just general? Because I've started. Love is hard, Jasmine. It's not in its most true form, but the life that we live with all of the distractions and all of the wants and needs that we're being ingrained to have, and all of the wounds that people carry, love gets very complicated with that. It does. Brenda, did you have a direct question, or was it just in general? Because I can do the direct question too. I've just gone for general, thinking you wanted general. Yes, we do love you, Jasmine. Nothing but love here. True love. We don't want anything from you, and we don't expect anything from you, but we give freely. Where's Brenda? Have we lost Brenda? Are you going to have a reading, Chad? You know I want to give you a reading. Okay. Is Brenda still here? You're after Brenda. Hi, Nav. Brenda. Yes, love and light, Jasmine. Okay, Brenda, I'll get started. So we have got again, but it's in the upright this time, the Three of Cups. I don't know how many times that is that's come up right now. So you see here, there's emotional well-being here. This lady it's a beautiful card, actually. She's breastfeeding. I was always a breastfeeder. Breastfeeding a baby that is swaddled up there, and she's got a little boy who is no doubt drinking the same breast milk. He's probably about 4 or 5, and out of a chalice. So there's everything from this one mother that gives such sustenance to all. So you are a motherly energy within a group of people, Brenda. Tarot, yes, but Barry, will you make sure, or Susie, make sure that Tarot gets in the list? Sorry, Tarot, I'm not even following. They'll just keep Barry and Susie keep me right. So yes, Brenda, you've got this energy about you that is of the Divine Mother, and this is so valued. But right now, the energy of the Divine Mother, right from beneath our feet to above our head, the goddess has been awakening. This is nothing less than a goddess that can create and hold a full creation, as in a being brought into this world, and then feed it and anyone else that needs to be fed with nectar, golden nectar that can heal and make things develop. So the power to this divine feminine energy is so powerful, and you are being appreciated for this mother that you have. You've built up this community. You've built up the people and things around you. And Brenda, this is a beautiful energy, a grandmotherly type energy that you're the glue that holds things together, that brings things together. Now, we've got the Queen of Pentacles next. And so with that Seven of Pentacles clarifying the Three of Cups, we've got the fact that, you do take your throne, and the Queen of Pentacles is of the earth. If you can garden or get out in the air more, take that opportunity, because the elements are there to feed and replenish you. While you replenish so many other people, they're there to replenish you. Now we've got this Ace of Wands, and somewhere, Brenda, along the line, you've I don't know whether it's because you think you're a bit past it because of things that have happened, but this wand is, the passionate stick. When did you stop feeling like you were a sexual being, a beautiful, divine, feminine energy, full of sexual creativity? Just because maybe babies are all said and done doesn't mean that you have to let go. There's an awakening happening here in divine, sacred sexual energy that is your opportunity. There's a Page of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles here that is taking you off in a different direction, that is taking you in a way that, that really doesn't awaken the goddess. And so it's for you to do this yourself right now, Brenda. They've got the Hermit card. This Hermit card shows the Hermit even more so with this lantern. Now, I always see the Hermit as a blind warrior, a blind, silent warrior, holding the light into the darkness. And wherever you've lost your way, lost your path regarding your divinity, the Hermit energy is here right now, Brenda, for you to really go into that collapse within self, and really be strategic of how you work back where this energy of you not recognizing yourself as a divine, feminine, sacred, sexual being, a creative being, where that got in, because this sacred sexual energy, I'm not just talking about sex and making love, I'm talking about deep creativity energy, not where you're having to produce a baby, not where you're having to do anything other than use it as a real exchange of energy to manifest. Now, for you, Brenda, for whatever reason right now, the energies are asking you to learn how to do this for yourself within, awaken those creative energies, adorn yourself, be symbolic about how you get ready, how you put lotion on, have some ritual about yourself to really awaken that divine feminine goddess within. The Hangman on the bottom of the deck is to ask you to see yourself in a different perspective, to really see your worth, your divine sacred self, the energy that you can use and create within to create even more material experiences. And as soon as holidays open up again, Brenda, go on that holiday. You go on that holiday and use that to really replenish self, really bask in the sun. The Nine of Wands on the bottom of the other deck. So really taking heed of where you are now, especially with this Knight of Pentacles in reverse, how you go forward. It might be that you go on holiday alone or with a friend. That'll be good for you if you can do that. Taking heed of where you are now in your journey and which way you want to go forward from now, Brenda. I hope that helps. So I don't know who is next. Is it Tarot? She just became a grandmother. I'll tell her she's not allowed to switch off that divine feminine sacred sexual energy, Susie, just because she's a grandmother. Actually, it should be more so. I'd like to know if me and Colin, of course you can. Nonsiba, am I saying that right? Nonsiba do. Tarot is next. Thank you, Barry. Please, I would like to know if me and Colin will be together as a serious relationship. What is coming for love towards me? Oh, Aquarius. I'm a Gemini sun, Aquarius moon and Gemini rising. I'm going to use a different deck for you, Tarot, and sometimes I don't know why. I just feel when I do it, when I need to, I do. I'm using the dragon deck for you, if that means anything to you. He's a Leo. Interesting mix. Fiery energy with you guys right now then. A little bit out of this world. You're Aquarius and Colin is Leo. It's perfect to wake up the goddess in you. Especially right now. Do you like dragons, Tarot? Because I know you've got to have this dragon deck. Queen of Wands, you are passionate right now. You really are exploring your divine feminine energy and the beauty that that holds within. We have got the Lovers card, yes. So, you know, there's real opportunity here to make that decision, Tarot, to be in partnership. Yeah, you do. And the Knight of Cups. Yes, yes, and yes. The Devil on the bottom of the deck. Facing your fears about relationship because of things that have happened in the past. Sorry, I get an itchy nose when I'm getting any messages intuitively. So, Tarot, we've got the Queen of Wands. We've got your divine femininity. This guy awakens your goddess, just like I said he does. There's something about him that has got you fired up, awakening, that there's possibilities that you weren't really looking for, but there's something about this that, just like the Aquarius can always find some things that other people miss, can always see some things, 1111 on the thing too, can always see some things, you know, the parts of other people that other people miss, even that they miss themselves. And so there's this real, and it's almost a little bit frightening, because you are the Aquarius. The Leo is a master. The Leo is the sun. He shows up enlightenment. And where you haven't been fully embracing your Aquarian energy, that out of the box energy, this Leo, this Colin is perfect to awaken those parts of you. And it can feel exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time. The Lovers card, as you will know, you know, major decision going forward, but true union of divine feminine and divine masculine. It'll be intense, it'll be extreme because of the combination. The Knight of Cups, speaking of your emotions, your love, bringing that message towards you that is of love, that is of true feelings. Now, I'm going to clarify the Devil for you too, because I want to know who that pertains to. There's a lovely balance here between the two of you, Tarot, because you Queen of Pentacles, that was mixed in with the deck. We've got the Temperance card to clarify the Queen of Wands here. So true balance here. But you know that a little bit of self-control, in that the decision's going to come. Don't push that decision. Allow it to be organic. Allow it to be free-flowing. Transmute those energies within you that you have of self-doubt in relationships, or self-doubt in relationships in general. The Hierophant. Oh my goodness me. So the Hierophant, number 5, Major Arcana Tarot, you know that. bringing information from the esoteric, exoteric, and mesoteric, and bringing it all together for those that are in the know. There's something about this combination that really does unravel and unlock aspects of the two of you, between the two of you, that really do bring you nerve-wracking joy, nerve-wracking, you feel exhilarated. But through that, this decision will be made. Don't be afraid to reveal more of yourself to this person, to Colin. Don't be afraid to allow him to explore more of you. There is this balance here of this yin and this yang. But it's in divine timing. There's something divine about this. It's in stages with that 5 and then the 6. Where the major decision is made, but the major decision is made to bring it home and bring it into rest. And it really is in divine timing, and to meditate on this. Now, what needs to be meditated on is this distorted view or feeling of love because of past experiences with this Devil card tarot. Is this making sense to you? The chains that bind you with this Devil card, or that bind him, who is it? Love a bit of detective work. The Fool. The hidden aspects of the two of you. The hidden aspects of the two of you, you really have the capacity to unlock the hidden aspects with this union, with this decision. There's a real opportunity here to unlock each other. The Master awakens the Goddess, as it should be. So it's beautiful that the universe is bringing this around for you. Tarot. Now, this Devil card, it was on the bottom of your deck. So we've got the Devil card in the Dragon deck here. Now, I clarified it, and it is the Fool card that comes up. There is this new beginning, but there needs to be letting go of these chains that bind you and limit you and are limiting your thoughts regarding what love is capable of in a relationship for you. You know very well what love is through your own knowings, but when it comes to you, there's certain aspects of things that you've been through that have gotten you bound up in these chains that limit what you think is possible for you, and you have doubt about it, but there's clarity here. This is an equal union. It's a frequency match. So yes, I do think you will be in a serious relationship. Will I think it's going to be super fast? No, it doesn't need to be. You're doing things the right way around. There's an exploration of each other here. The Master given a chance to awaken the Goddess. You letting Colin do that is not you being submissive. It is you being the Goddess. The sleeping Goddess parts of you are going to be awoken by this energetic match, which gives him his role, which fills up his cup in the Knight of Cups, but at the same time awakens parts of you that you had forgotten were there. So it really will be expansive for you. How do you go about getting a reading? I don't know how many there are on the list, but you just tell Barry or Susie. I hope that helps, Tarot. Oh, good. That's a very powerful reading, but just let it go. Let it be into the ether, and it's coming forward. But there's certain parts of you to just allow yourself to know just how expansive and how special you are. We've got a visitor. Don't know. No, thought that was my cat. Just ask and welcome. Yes, Barry. Yes, you do. You do. there's certain things that you need to let go of, Tarot, and certain things that you need to fully accept. Horizon HD, of course you can. Yeah. That makes sense, Tarot. There's a lot of change up in relationships happening. It is what it is right now. The energies, frequencies are being brought together, and there's a separation in frequencies, separation in people, decisions that we should have made long ago. And so well, I wouldn't know what to do with that reading. Make that decision. I can't make that for you, but as far as the reading goes, the lovers, the yin and the yang. But it is nerve-wracking, Tarot, because it's bringing up parts of you that you kept locked up, or you haven't quite explored yourself. You need this energy to help explore you, and this is where it's so wrong that they inverted and flipped the system. The divine feminine being inverted and trampled on by the organized religion, and the divine masculine then not knowing his role, so quite happy to go off to war and be cannon fodder because they didn't have that role of awakening their goddess, and the goddess being able to be submissive in the most beautiful form to that. Very powerful. So that's in store for you, Tarot. So off wish I was you. So who was next, Barry? Or Susie? Where is Susie? Oh, Susie, gotta go and cook some more. Mom and Dad will be here in an hour. Well, kiss Mom and kiss Dad for me on my behalf. Okay, Barry, you've got it. Who's next? Max is next. You're welcome, Tarot. Hi, Max. If you're still with us. Some people haven't liked the readings. The likes keep going up and down. Max, do you have a direct question? Hi, Max. Max. Good afternoon. It's 10 o'clock here? No, 11 o'clock here. 11 o'clock. Good afternoon. I would like to know how my future work will be in the coming months. I'm going to get a better job than I have. Yeah, that's a big question for a lot of people, Max. Yeah, I'm in the UK, so it's like I think it's 11 p.m. It's saying there. But let's ask for you about your job, Max. Let's ask for Max. Wow, Max. Jumping cards. Okay, Max, this is going to be going a little bit of an unexpected direction for the question that you asked. Now, are you going to get a better job? Yes. You've got the King of Pentacles here. But the next card, Max, is the Three of Swords. Yeah, Max, I'm doing you now. Is that okay? So yeah, here we go, bro. So you've got the King of Pentacles here. So this speaks of you taking your throne and realizing the capabilities that you have to actually be managerial, to be in a position that is that suits your talents a lot more. Being able to, you can see people's talents, you can see people's area of skill. You have a natural ability, Max, to pick up on what people are good at and what they enjoy. Now, that is something that the King of Pentacles is really good at, Max is a strategist, and it feels like you're wasting away in your brain a little bit in what you're doing now. And the circumstances being what they are, the skills, the balance of security is, you know, on the mind. Of course it is. This Three of Swords, Max, it's brutal though. There's certain wounds here, and I know you weren't expecting for this to be brought up. There's certain wounds here that are holding you back from really truly believing in yourself in this King of Pentacles mode. This King of Pentacles is wise. He's an authority figure. People look up to him. You have got this energy of somebody who people want to impress you, and you don't even see that as much as you should, as apparent as it is, for the energy that you carry. But you don't see it as much because you have this Three of Swords, something that plays on your mind, a wound, a hurt, a pain, a betrayal. Betrayal is really strong. I don't know what that is, Max. So this is limiting you as to the better job. The better job is waiting there for you. It's ready for you, but waiting for you to really take your throne, to really energetically know what you are capable of, and that you know you can go and get it. Now, the Queen of Coins. So we've got this King of Pentacles, and then we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So this really is, Max, a divine feminine balance and divine masculine balance. Now, whether you're male or female, gender does not matter. We all have a balance of divine feminine and divine masculine within. It's our yin and it's our yang. You know, the left side being the divine feminine, the right side being the divine masculine, the action in the masculine, the intuitive in the feminine. And for some reason, Max, I'm picking up on the fact that a divine feminine energy in someone else, as in someone else, along the way, has caused you this betrayal or this hurt or this limiting belief, stopped you from really expanding into your full role in the King of Pentacles. And that is actually, believe it or not, what is holding back the job that you want from becoming apparent to you and opening up to you. And so, Two of Coins, yeah. So there's this balancing act that you're doing, and the Two of Coins, this juggling act, where you hide these wounds real well. Yeah, you can hide them from yourself most of the time, but you're balancing out, you're juggling these two worlds, these two material worlds. Now, there has been an opportunity along the way where it would have maybe taken you to be brave enough to take a risk and concentrate, because when we're juggling two pentacles, eventually we're going to get tired. Eventually we're going to drop one. We need to be brave enough sometimes to take the step, to take a punt, take a hit, take a try at succeeding on one thing rather than spreading ourselves too thinly. There's an energy here that you're spreading yourself too thinly. You need to focus on what you want and go for it and know that you can attain it. Now, the Three of Swords comes up here. This is pain, this is betrayal, this is hurt. This has caused you to doubt yourself slightly, and you shouldn't, as far as you being able to maintain and sustain in your material, to build up abundance in your material. What comes in after this Three of Swords is the Star card, though. A major arcana. Now, the Star card, Max, is about healing. It's about the dream world. It's about really transmuting. Now, you see, you'll understand this, Max. For some reason, I know you will. This is a circuit board. We are circuit boards. Where we get these pains and these hurts, these daggers in our heart, you see how the heart is a circuit board in itself. The way it pumps things around in the direction, the blood around in the direction that it pumps the blood in, and it's got the valves to make sure the pressure and nothing is, the backflow isn't there. There's a circuit, there's an energy, there's a substance going round. I'm doing you now, Max. This is you. this is you. So let's revisit this then, because if you didn't know this was for you. So Max, I'm doing you now. So we've got, okay, we're going to do a quick overview for you, Max. So you don't have to go back and find it amongst all of this. So we've got the King of Pentacles. It's time for you to take your throne. You are very capable of the job that you desire, the managerial role that you desire. You are very capable of seeing people's attributes and being able to figure out where to put them and how to place them to get. No, I'm not, Max. This is you. This is you. If it doesn't resonate, that's okay, but this is you. But there's some in belief here. You have this divine feminine, divine masculine balance. Somehow, some way, you need to connect into your divine feminine self to really appreciate your divine masculine King of Pentacles and the capabilities that you have. This is about your job. But your job, your opportunity of a job, there's an opportunity, Max, of a good job, a job that really does fulfill your skill set. You do have a managerial skill set, but it will take you, and I said at the start of the reading, this reading will give you a shocking turn, and it has gone and done that, because you weren't expecting me to bring up whatever betrayal and hurt this Three of Swords is, that is giving you, to an extent, a self-limiting belief regarding your capabilities as the King of Pentacles to take your throne. Hi, Alex. So yes, you do need to engage in that. But to do that, you need to take on your intuitive side, this divine feminine in this Queen of Pentacles. That is when you will truly be able to heal from whatever betrayal in the past this is, and truly fulfill your role in your job. Everything reflects in on everything, Max. So if we've got something going on in our mind, in our spirit, in our soul, it reflects in our material. Everything is there. Yes, you are going to get a better job than you already have, Max, but you do have to lock into whatever this state of betrayal is, whatever this state of hurt is, and truly connect. Now, what I was saying about the Star card before is this is a circuit board. She's got 1 foot in the water. She's got 1 foot on the ground. She's got 1 jug pouring in the water. She's got 1 jug pouring in the ground. She's creating a circuit board within self. She's transmuting, my nails are a mess, transmuting energies to really heal. Take notice of your dreams, Max, regarding whatever this betrayal or hurt or wound that needs to be revealed to you for it to come out. But you will get a better job if you truly heal from what is going on in your mind, and if you stop limiting yourself mentally. I hope that helps, Max. Who is next? Who is next? Welcome to everybody coming in. Sorry for that confusion, Max. I hope that makes sense to you when you look back at it. Barry Chad is awesome. And we're all giving love to Barry today because of his loss. Colin, yes, of course you can. I'm just waiting for Barry to tell me what to do. Nav. Okay, but Colin, I won't go away till you've had a reading too. I promise. Promise that. Promise. I need some music or something, don't I? But I'm a bit deaf, so I have the music so loud people complain. Nav is now. Okay. Hey, Nav. So, Nav, do you have a direct question that you want to ask? Or is it general? General, direct. Thank you all for hanging out. I wanted to do this today because the daily energy reading that I put out just would not upload. I did mention certain people, certain monarchs, certain politicians, maybe a bit too much for YouTube. I don't know. Max, I hope you get that reading. You are just before this reading, so I've just done you there, but the job's waiting there for you if you stop limiting yourself with your thoughts, but you need to look back at whatever that betrayal is. It doesn't just go away. So, Max, I don't know what to say, sweetness. I've done the reading. So, let's go, Nav. Nav, are you here? Are you here? It's Nav here, thank you. Everybody that's here, send your love out to Barry because he's been kind enough. I didn't even really ask him if I could give him a wrench, and he just looks after me. And he's had a loss today, a loved one, in circumstances that shouldn't be so. Thank you, Elizabeth. Yes, I did. I think there's some confusion there. I'm here. So are you Nav? Nunsiba Doob? Am I saying that right? Are you Nav? Is that the same person, Barry? No, I'm not Nav. Okay, Nunsiba, am I saying that right? Can I just call you Siba? Nav, okay. So will I just start Navs, Barry? I'll call you Siba, thank you. With my accent, certain names aren't easy. Oh, I'm saying your name well. High five to me. Thank you. Nunsiba Dube. I have Elizabeth, I have the Nav. And then is it Colin? Okay, so I'm doing Nav. You can catch up on it, hopefully. I don't know. Stamp things. Do I press on something or? All right. Say 147. I'll try. This is an idea, isn't it? If I write down Nav 147 and I'll put it in the comments. How about that kind of managerial stuff? Okay. Thank you for holding space and time, Barry, and while Susie's had to go and do her duties for her mum and dad coming. You've been awesome for me, thank you. So Nav, there's this divine feminine and divine masculine balance. This is beautiful that this balance keeps coming up in the energies right now. This is exactly right on time, exactly what we should be doing in our highest frequency, balancing out both the divine feminine and divine masculine within ourselves, whatever the gender, but also this speaks of real union. Oh, Max, I thought something like that must be going on. You're welcome, and I hope it makes sense to you. Sorry, I sort of went over it twice, but it'll make sense to you. You're very welcome. So, Nav, this divine union here, this balance of the two. You see the divine feminine energy here holding her cup and the divine masculine energy here. Now it's got this Leo lion, but if you see, it's got this Kundalini snake type energy. with coming up in the middle of these two cups, and the lion is here awakening the goddess. There's something about you that you're awakening something in a divine feminine energy, and it's a beautiful thing. But these two serpents that sort of come around, coming up to this Leo lion, and we are in Leo right now, it is the Kundalini energy. And so this real, this union brings up, it's the union within yourself that really does. Yes, you know what, that happened before too, 11, Alex, exactly as the divine feminine, divine masculine, 2 of cups. Fabulous. So this Kundalini energy that you need to recognize within yourself and start to really embolden within yourself. I was kept shuffling the same card. King of Wands on the bottom of the deck here to really awaken those passions. I want you to practice Kundalini energy, rising it up within yourself before you practice on anyone else. Once you do this, you will have almost feeling like a drug-induced, mind-opening bombshell happening, Nav. Very, very powerful. And it really gives for creative, sacred, sexual energy. But right now you need to do that within self and then explore your goddess with that same energy. I'm going to do the dragon deck to clarify for you. So to clarify the 2 of cups, now we have the 6 of coins. So this reciprocity, this balance again. In the other decks, this 6 of pentacles shows the 6 of coins, shows a balanced scales in one hand of the person, while the other hand of that person gives out to the community that is in need. There's a certain need within yourself to fill it up within yourself before you go and fill it up your cup with for someone else. In doing this, you create a real long-lasting, beautiful and balanced bond with a lot of passion and the sacred creative sexual energy, bringing those coins, those material into fruition, being able to manifest them through that very powerful Kundalini energy. And if you haven't explored raising up Kundalini within self, all of you do it now, tonight. It's something that we should all be capable of doing, all be taught how to do. It is a huge part of manifestation of self-sourcing energy, and it is a huge part of understanding and having good relationships with others, because where there is Kundalini energy truly involved, there is no want to hurt or sabotage or cause pain. But this is a beautiful reading now. I'm going off on a tangent there. The 6 of Cups comes up for you next. How does Kundalini rise in a man? Oh, Arby, let's get on to that next. 1 second, I'll just shut that door again. It's so windy. Oh, I'm so glad you asked. Get onto that one. Oh, thank you, Mary. Mwah. So yeah. So now we've got the 6 of Cups. So you're looking back to the past. You're looking back to the home life, your past home life. And there's something beautiful there. There's something for you to find there. There's something for you to go back to help you build your home currently. But there's going to be, where there's balance within you, with this work on your Kundalini energy, with balancing out your divine feminine, divine masculine within you, it brings forth memories from the past, and it brings forth the importance of family, of home, because the next card for you is the 4 of Wands, Nav. And so this is a happy home, it's a happy union. And just like who said it earlier? Alex noticed earlier 11 watching, 11 likes as I started doing your reading. We've got the 4 here, the 4 ones, which 11, 11. We've got the 2 here, which looks like an 11. There's the duality here, but the balance in the duality, bringing in from within the emotions within, from those inner waters, really being balanced out to manifesting and reflecting on the outside of you, to your physical home, that brings you warmth, that brings you happiness, that brings you wholeness. This is a beautiful reading, Nav. It's a very powerful reading if you take the steps to do so. So we've got the High Priestess, and it's in reverse. There's something about the past where divine feminine energy, within your childhood, maybe you witnessed somebody in divine feminine energy within your family being a little bit disrespected, not being respected. And this somehow caused you, in your adulthood, has caused you the need to balance out within with this 2 of Cups, but really look at the past within that energy and see how you awaken the High Priestess within your home and within yourself, even if you are male, because the High Priestess is that intuitive side. And again, it's all about balance for you, Nav, and bringing that balance in. You see this yin and yang symbol in here, and you know, the yin and yang within, the cycles of life, and then it manifesting on the earth. The High Priestess is the initiation of creative energy. She's, look, in this cauldron here is the rainbow, the creative source pool, that everything in the physical will be drawn from, will be manifested from. And so there's something here that there's a requirement for you to go back to the past, to flip this up the right way up, for you to really be able to draw upon that energy and see where you can manifest this within your home. So, to clarify the 4 of Wands, we've got the 7 of Wands. Sometimes there's a need for defending, and you may be worried right now of how you defend your home, how you defend the purity of your home, the security of your home, especially in these times now. So I'm not going to leave you hanging on that. Because there's this divine masculine here, there's the fatherly authority energy. However this goes for you, you feel like you are the one that would need to protect your home, your homestead, the place where you rest your head and your loved ones rest their heads. And so we've got the 7 of coins. So 7 and 7, 14 makes 5. The home point, there's the balance here of which way is it going to go. Do you live in a dangerous place, or are tensions rising where you live in now? I took longer than a second, Arby. I'm good at that. I go on a rant. King of Cups. You need to know that you have got everything at hand, Nav, but it starts from within. This balancing out within, and this Kundalini energy, Arby, is really going to help you manifest on the outside, protect your outside, put everything in place. But it takes going back to the past. Often past proves future, doesn't it? Or past proves present, however that saying goes, both, I suppose. It's time. What's time? No such thing as time, really. Arby. We have a divine feminine and divine masculine balance within. Now, I'll do a video on this because it'll take too long to explain it, and people wanting readings. But the energy within you is made up of both divine feminine and divine masculine, whether you're male or female. And so if you are to picture actually in Kundalini with a male, it's the same for a female. It's this physical implosion in that you can stir up at all of your chakra points, your energy zones, when you can stir up and switch them on from down to up, raising up that serpentine-like energy, a silver and gold energy I often picture, the silver being the divine feminine, the gold being the divine masculine, the silver of the moon, the gold of the sun, and raising them up and intertwining them, going right up your spinal column. So whether you're male or female, you can get that zest from that. Now the focus is to get it so high up, that implosion, that you get it right to shooting out of your head rather than shooting out of your wand. That's the shortest, most concise way I can put it. Right now. Since my little one has woken up very late at night and has decided to join in. Let's get these readings done because I can't let people down. Cuddle in. Man. Who is next? This is Theodore. So Arby, I hope that answered your question real quick. Exactly. You on it. So who is next? Look at all these people, Theodore. Knowing that you're awake this late at night. Oh, went for mother. Did you wake up? Okay. Elizabeth.
Scared all alone, and I've been up and I got no juice.
You're not all alone. William's upstairs.
And I had no juice.
Okay, I'll get you some juice 1 second. I don't think people mind waiting. Let's do Elizabeth's reading and then we'll get you some juice. Elizabeth, do you have a direct question? This is Theodore, Elizabeth. He just loves his hair so much because he's got such beautiful curls. He doesn't like to have it cut. He's my little surfer dude. Elizabeth, do you have a direct question? Look, Susie's saying, hello, Theo. Look, there's your name. Hello, Theo. Hi, Susie Q. Sweetest Susie.
I got a new Roblox.
Yes, you did. Got a new game. Elizabeth, what is coming towards my relationship? Okay, Elizabeth. Let's see for Elizabeth what's coming towards it. Elizabeth, has your partner sort of given up a little bit? Like given up where his roles used to be, sort of lost interest in those somehow? It feels like that, Elizabeth, and so you're sort of stuck in the middle of that. But actually, it feels like there's the calm before the storm, and you sort of feel that, Elizabeth. You're sort of picking up on that, and so where you are, you know, anybody else would look at you and think you were feeling quite relaxed. You're looking for these calmer waters. Yeah, you feel like there's something coming. There's a calm before the storm. You feel like there's been a giving up or a letting go of certain responsibilities that used to be seen to by your partner. Certain ambitions, certain ways of doing things, getting jobs done. Now the next card after that is the Seven of Swords, and so this speaks of it's theft of something, it's taking away of something, it's theft. Has some money gone missing in the relationship, Elizabeth? It's almost as if, as well, you're sort of counting up the time and then worrying whether that you've been in this relationship, and then worrying whether you're going to, it's all going to have been wasted. So we've got this Queen of Cups. So you're trying to be very level-headed about this. You're trying to be very strategic about this and emotionally balanced about this, and not emotionally triggered, which is a good thing. That's a good thing. Now, where is your partner at? He's not listening to your intuitive side. He's not listening to your femininity that could really guide him through this. There's certain earth type energies in certain people right now where the frequencies of high frequency and low frequency are separating. There seems to be a real theme in the King of Pentacles energies, those that would fulfill that role, that energy of usually being strategists, usually being wise, usually being quite authoritative, usually being able to take control of their lives. Right now, those people are either flying up in the frequency, Elizabeth, or crashing down with everything that's going on. Energetically, they're reacting in extreme one of the two ways. Your partner isn't really paying much heed to your divine feminine intuitive side. With this High Priestess card, which he would really pay mind to do, but it's the eyes to see and ears to hear feeling, and he just hasn't got those eyes to see or ears to hear right now. I want to know, Elizabeth, about that theft though. There's something being going on under the light of the moon that you are intuitively picking up on. Now, if you see in this card, it's got hippos in the water, Elizabeth. Now, the hippos represent the very important spirit animal in that they're very courageous, they're very brave, but a lot of things are hidden just under the surface. So there's hidden things happening here, things that you're picking up on in your partner, but they're not being spoken about. They're not being spoken about openly. I don't know if you've been worried about an affair. I don't know if you've been worried about the theft with the Seven of Swords of certain things. It flew out. Queen of Coins. Has there been money getting put away behind your back, Elizabeth? Or indeed, have you been doing that to try and sort of keep yourself safe, physically, pentacle-wise, coin-wise, in case shit goes down? There's a lot here under the surface, and there's a lot more to be revealed, Elizabeth. So I can't say it's going to be an easy ride, because trying to get straight answers out of your partner right now is like trying to pull teeth with tweezers. And that is the way it is. You're going to have to really step into your divinity, step into your divine feminine nature, and see that you doing you as an individual right now is the best chance you've got of your partner maybe waking up and realizing that, yes, stuff's hit the fan. Yes, things are going down, and yes, things feel like they're crashing down around us, but actually we can get grounded, we can be okay, and put his feet back on the ground. I hope that makes sense to you, and I hope that helps. Sorry, on the bottom of the other deck, we've got this judgment, and it's a depiction of Moses part in the waves. And for me right now, this keeps coming up. It's a separation of the frequencies, the higher and lower frequencies in which you choose to reside in. Your partner is sinking into the lower, and that's nothing against him. That's just part of his journey. He's not quite ready to self-source yet, even without whatever's going on around him. However, the waves are crashing down. He's chosen to flounder a little bit. That frustrates you. Now, just because you're in a partnership with him doesn't mean that you have to choose and should choose his lower frequency when you're being asked to stay up there in your frequency, to maintain your high frequency. That's to say there is going to be some difficulties coming forward with things that need to be revealed, certain thefts of whatever kind that is, time, money, energy, feels like money. But you to stay in your high frequency and choose your lane for yourself. I hope that helps, Elizabeth. I really do. Who is next? VIP 420 Tribe. I think that sounds cool, Alex, but I don't know. You'll have to clarify that one with me. Confused about the money. Yeah, me too, but that's what it feels like. It feels like there's been some, I don't know, some maybe things being spent on something that you wouldn't approve of. It just feels like there's been something shuffled away there, and it feels monetary. Let me know, Elizabeth, if anything comes up, and maybe something that's being spent on that you wouldn't approve of, Elizabeth, because there's certain things with these hippos being half hidden under the water there, and your intuition is picking up on it, but it is hard to decipher exactly what it is, but maybe something that you wouldn't approve of. Nansiba Dubé is now. Thank you, Barry. Let me know, Elizabeth. You just gave some money for something. To you, Elizabeth. No, neither do I. There's something under the surface. Please let me know. Please email me or leave a comment on one of my videos. And when it does come up, it will emerge. It doesn't feel super dark or anything like that. Maybe just something that you wouldn't approve of. But there is something coming up that will cause some kind of conflict, misunderstanding and conflict. But don't you choose lower frequency because somebody else is. You stay in your high frequency and just stay in your divine feminine. But let me know, Elizabeth, what comes up. You want a general reading, Nansiba Dubé. I like that name, Nansiba Dubé. It's fast asleep. Okay. So is anyone after Nansiba Dubé? Where's Chad? You're welcome, Elizabeth. I need to do Chad's reading. Nansiba, yes. General reading. 10 of coins, Nansiba. So this is material alignment, the physical, the reality that we are in, the things that you can feel, touch, smell and see, the people around you. 10 of coins is in full alignment. You're coming into a real fulfillment of a cycle. King of Cups, emotionally balanced, in tune with your emotions, in balance with yourself. not being triggered at all by what's going on right now, observing it, taking heed of it, but not being triggered. I'm sorry, I always get such an itchy nose and intuiting sometimes. King of coins. So you've got the 10 of coins on one end of the reading, the king of coins on the other end of the reading, Nunsiba, and then you have the king of cups in the middle of the reading. So where you are emotionally balanced and in tune and observing what's going on right now in the collective, but not being a part of it, in the not being triggered, not getting upset by it. Even if there's slight frustrations by it, you're pretty chill. You're doing the right thing. You're not being triggered outside of self. You're not allowing your emotions to control you. Now, when that happens, you really are in your divinity, Nunsiba, because good day, Brandy, hi. So you really are in control, because outside forces, whether it's people around you or the collective stage, the powers that be, you can't use the tricks and traits that they would usually use to hook into your emotions, because you're too emotionally balanced with this King of Cups, and that's reflecting or going to reflect in your material world, in the things around you. Feel, touch, smell and see, with that 10 of Pentacles there. And to bookend the reading, to compound that more, is the King of Pentacles. So you really are in your game. You're on your game. You're emotionally balanced, strategically wise, non-triggered, observant, but not part of. The 2 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, speaking of absolute perfect union within self and divine masculine, divine feminine energy, but also outside of self, that possibility of a love that either matures into something like this, or it's a new love. A drink. 1 second, I'm just going to get the little one a drink. I'll be right back. I'll remember where I am. I don't think that's what normal people do on YouTube, but we've been here a while, so I'll not be long. I'll be 1 second. Come on, baby. Come on. Up you come.
Any juice.
You didn't have any juice.
I was like, the first time.
One minute, people are waiting, and I don't think this is normal for YouTube. Waiting, and I don't think this is normal for YouTube. I don't think people usually have people waiting to do on YouTube. Right, there you go. Up your stairwell, I'll be up in 2 minutes, okay? Twist it tight, the top. I'm sorry, I don't think that's very professional. Sorry, so I'm back. It's late, but he's woken up because I'm not upstairs, and he needed juice, bless him. He's adorable, though. Adorable. Adorable. Okay, 11 again on mine. So, as I was saying, Nunsiba Dube, it is that you are in balance within, so you are in balance and alignment and abundance without. If you aren't already, you know that you continue that, you bring that in, because it's there for you to have. You're doing exactly the right thing by working from the within rather than the other way around. Cards flying. So you've got this, you've really got this. And so for your 10 of coins, let's clarify your 10 of coins. Clarify your 10 of coins. And it is the Knight of Swords. So by speaking your truth to yourself, acting on business ideas, business propositions that will come up for you, you know, go forward with them. You know how you move fast on them. There's opportunities here for you, Nunsiba, to make this alignment with your pentacles, with your material, grow even more so. It's because you're emotionally balanced within, with this King of Cups. Very, very powerful. The Two of Cups will be the new love. And doing that inner work and being somebody like yourself who's done that and not afraid to do that, you will attract in not somebody who is broken in themselves, but somebody else who is happy to do the inner work, that wholeness, that divine feminine, divine masculine balance, and divine masculine balance. And so that's from within, the within to the without, the above to the below. And you're doing that, and it's working. Hi, Judith. So there's victory here with this new love, with this energy here, with this passionate victory here in this King of Cups. You are attracting in somebody new into your life, and it's nice, it's energetic, it's happy, it's pure. You make them feel safe. That's how I feel. So the 10 of Wands, clarifying the King of Pentacles, in that, it hasn't always been too easy, but you are at the end of cycles and the beginning of brand new cycles. But you're ending these cycles, these endings that in some parts have been difficult, especially within your passions, within your relationships. You're ending them with a bang, and you're ending them by knowing that balance within causes balance, and wholeness within causes wholeness without. You attract in what you are within. So it's a very powerful reading, Nancy, but let me know how it goes. Let me know how awesome your life gets, because that's exactly what your reading is talking about. You are welcome. I'm super happy to give readings like that, because all readings are good, but it's much nicer to give a reading where somebody's done the work and you've put all the work in. I'm just giving you the confirmation. It's a happy energy. And so God bless you too. Thank you, Nansiba Dubé. I'm going to be saying that name. Yes, please let me know. Horizon HD. And then Barry, I don't want to keep people too long, so it's coming up midnight here. So will you just put whoever's already in the list? I wouldn't do that to people, but then I'll call it a night before I start boring people. So Horizon HD, hey. Do your reading. Horizon HD, are you around? If not, I'm going to write it down, because look how professional I'm being, writing on the back of my hand. Horizon HD, and it is 2222. 222. I'll put it in the comments. Brandy is last. Best to last, Brandy. Yes, ma'am. So Horizon HD, this is for you. I don't know if you had any directed questions, but I'm just going to go ahead and do a general reading. Colin needs to be in too, though, because I promised Colin. So yeah. So we've got the Wheel, Major Arcana, Wheel of Fortune, the ebbs and flows of life. The Four of Chalices, not being able to see what is being gifted to you emotionally, the growth and expansion that this part of your wheel, Horizon HD, is bringing forward to you. The Three of Swords. And so that's the Three of Swords in the heart. The Five of Pentacles. So ultimately you're feeling blocked out of something, hurt, or having to block yourself out of something, relationship-wise, friendship-wise, love-wise. I'm not too sure yet, HD. Horizon HD. So the ebbs and flows of life with this Wheel of Fortune here, it's to understand that there is different parts to the wheel. Yes, there is destiny, but there's also the ebb and the flow. Without the dark, we wouldn't even know what was light. Without the pain in this system as it is, without the pain, we wouldn't know what is our strength. Without sorrow, we wouldn't know what it is to enjoy and be blissful. And so the contrasts, and so the wheel brings that. It brings the ebb and the flow. It's a 10. It's an end of a cycle, though. Now, because I feel, Horizon HD, that you've been in a bit of a tough cycle, it's difficult for you to see this cup that is being presented here. You see with this king, this emperor-like dude, there's these naked dancers taking his eye off the game, taking his eye away from the very thing that would cause him to have everything in that he needs emotionally. This cup has everything in that he needs. It's pictured as being a cup from the heavens, Horizon. And so, but he can't even take note of it. He's too distracted, he's too distracted, too taken by other things that aren't going to feed him emotionally, heal him emotionally, give him everything that he needs. So you can't see the wood for the trees, basically. And so that's where the Three of Swords comes in. There's been some kind of hurt, some kind of betrayal, some kind of wound that needs to be looked at. This has been what has been making the wheel feel like an ebb rather than a flow. But in doing that, you will find your strength. In working your way through this emotionally, you will find your strength. Now, what we see here is that on this Three of Swords in this deck, if you look under the shield, Horizon, where is it? There is a snake slithering. There is a snake in the grass somewhere within your environment. And so yeah, there's a betrayal there where this guy at the behind as well, he's not kneeling on his knees, he's not kneeling on his sword, he's watchful. And so he's watching to see whether he's being caught out or not, or what your reaction's going to be. There's a real hurt, there's a real pain here. And so it's made this cycle tough. It's made this this part of your wheel hard. But remember, it's a wheel. It keeps turning. It's not a block, it's a wheel. It keeps turning. And so where you've been in your ebb, your flow is coming, and it is there, the gift from the heavens in that Four of Cups. Horizon. So we've got the what is it? Nine of Swords here. And so you see how there's this energy of her being all locked up in her thoughts, in her intellect, in the way that she is shackled, ironically masked, tied up, and it's tied up in a mental prison. There's something somewhere, some hurt, some pain, some betrayal that has caused you to have a real tough cycle, a real tough part of your wheel. But it's a mental prison. It's a thought process. It's not a physical concrete prison. It is actually a mental prison. It's locking yourself up. And so when you lock yourself up, it stands to reason that you won't be able to see this cup, this gift from the heavens that would feed you emotionally, that would bring you wholeness again, understanding of self again, that would be able to take you forward. Because of that, there's this revelation, and it feels really painful, of this Three of Swords, this stabbing in the back, this not nice energy, this betrayal, this hurt. And it's kept coming up for people tonight, so you're not alone, Horizon. Lots of people are going through similar energies. Remember, we're refining our lives. The Star card. So where the Four of Cups has come up, there's the Star card ready there to give you the message that you can heal and transmute this energy for yourself and really get to the bottom of all of your wounds, all of your betrayals that you've ever felt, all of the labels that you've labeled yourself with or allowed others to label you with, all of the limitations that has been brought alongside that. This is powerful. So like I was saying before, we don't know that we're strong until we're tested. We can't build up muscle until we exhaust muscle. You know, we have to exercise and feel achy and exhausted, and that's when the muscle builds. So through hard times, through difficult times, often we find our greatest strength. And so for you to find your healing during this time, remember, take note of your dreams. Now, this might go over your head, Horizon. I don't think it will, but there's 7 stars here. There's 7 white stars here on the card. And think of the Pleiades. And so, but basically the Pleiades being representative of the 7 wombs that we go through in life, the 7 growth periods, the 7 days, the cycle, the wheel, and then it starts again. You're making up this circuit board with this Star card, accepting that cup and really being able to face what emotions that cup holds that you're trying to avoid, to really embrace the energy of the Star card, to heal properly. That's when you will see the snake in the grass. That's when you will see where this betrayal got in, where this hurt got in, and you will know in the 5 of Pentacles what to cut out, what to let go of. Queen of Cups. The female energy, Horizon, ain't been very nice, or has, in your perception, caused some kind of betrayal. And so to take that on board, there's a need to cut this energy out. But also remember, the prison is all an illusion. It's a mental illusion that you've built up for yourself. You are capable, well capable, of taking this cup, really looking at what's within it and really healing. Take notice of your dreams, write them down. I hope that helps, Horizon. 12. Who have we got, Barry? I don't want to, because we've got Chad, Brandy. Love. Who is next? It's past midnight. You can probably tell by my face. If you can put up with it, so can I. Alex Fox. Sounds like a film star. Alex Fox. So after Alex, who have we got, Barry? After Alex. And Alex, do you have any direct questions, or is it just in general, or I don't know what all direct questions are general? Thank you, Mary. I'll take it and run with it. Thank you, Mary. And thank you for sticking around. Alex, do you have any direct questions? Alex, you're a pretty funny dude, aren't you? I pick up like quite a funny energy. Yeah, it's all the negative energy coming out. Oh, well, it is what it is. We'll find it. Brandy and Jude. Okay. My son's middle name is Jude, Theodore Jude Henry. Hey, my Susie's back. Hey, Susie, favor, love, light and abundance to you. You're still here now. I don't know how long I've gone on. I think general. I turn 33 next month. Cool. September. Okay. Oh, Judith, Colin, Ekra, Stephanie Pollock. Yeah, so I need it off the list. Okay. Thank you, Barry. Oh, bless. I'd be sitting at the table if you cooked too, Susie. Don't blame them. Okay, so let's go, Alex. That's okay, Susie. No, you go and be with your family. Much love to the family. Hi, Alex. So there's some kind of conflict going on, some kind of fighting going on. If it hasn't gone on already, expect it. Under the dim light of the moon, your intuition is letting you know this. Your intuition is letting you know that there is more to this than meets the eye. Words, statements being thrown, maybe some lies. The hippo again, it's that you're going to need to be courageous and stand up for yourself in this situation, Alex. Tell people to either do it before your birthday or wait till after, you know, so you don't have to put up with it during your birthday month. But there is this energy around you that you need to be aware of, this conflict, this fighting, the words being exchanged. Be aware to keep in tune with yourself and don't say anything that you will regret, that you will not want to remember in the future. So be guided by your intuition under the dim light of the moon. There's some sneaky energies going on here, Alex. Feels maybe workplace, I don't know. The hippo protects its own, it's courageous, it's intuitive. But this hippo is fully exposed in this card. And so things are going to get exposed by words that are being exchanged. Now, the Five of Swords, there's no real winners in the Five of Swords. It is what it is. People fight and nobody really wins here. It's not worth it. But with that brings an Ace of Wands. So there's a new passion here, a new light, a new initiative to want to go towards something. And it is the Seven of Pentacles. Seven keeps coming up. And so the Seven of Pentacles, to build up your wealth, to build up your security, your abundance around you. And it's going to be done through hard work. But it doesn't feel like hard work because you're passionate about what you're doing and you're good at what you're going to be doing. Of course, this means you might be having some passionate encounter also, which is all good. Still wearing a mask while it's happening. Some people probably would. So we've got this high priestess energy, Alex. So yes, there's some kind of very, very passionate encounter with this divine feminine energy. Go for it. It really will help you with that creative source energy, which will put you on your path to helping you build your physical empire. Yep, 6 of Wands. So there's victory here, building something together. There's ingenuity. What's the word? Ingenuity. I can't think, but very clever. Being able to build something that works, that people want. Whether that's a business idea, an actual physical thing, but it helps you with your physical attainment, your physical balance. So I hope that helps, Alex Fox. Oh God, 1 second. Cards are flying. Right. Who is next? I'll find your thing, Barry, so you don't have to say it again. After Alex, there's Judith. Judith, do you have a direct question? Or, Brandy, it is 12:15 here. I'm no good at cutting things off or saying no. I don't like disappointing people. General Judith. Okay, Judith. So you're juggling right now, Judith. You've got a lot on your plate in your physical realm. Things are up and down. You're trying to really juggle things, but it's worth it. Sometimes the 2 of Pentacles is a very necessary place to be when you're building something, especially in the material, when you're building something that is going to sustain you and bring in alignment. Whatever you've been juggling and putting your hard work into, I feel business. You're welcome, Alex. That it's been worth it. You haven't been doing it overly, so you've been doing it for good reason, and you've felt that because here is the 10 of Pentacles bringing you into brilliant physical alignment and abundance, which is very powerful because you have worked very hard to do this. Now, the Lovers card comes up for you, Judith, the number 6, and it is this real balance, but it's a union also, both within self and it's relative that we've got the 2 of Pentacles here. This is more to do within self in the divine feminine, divine masculine, but there's a decision to be made for the outside, as well as the divine feminine, divine masculine union. So what is that decision that needs to be made for Judith? You've been juggling and working real hard, Judith. So you deserve everything that is good. The Sun. Oh my gosh. The Lovers card and the Sun. So there's true enlightenment here, true harvest here, true bliss, true joy, true knowing, true sight here, replenishment here, and actually growing of the crops, growing of the 10 of Pentacles that you've already put the hard work into. This happens because of the divine feminine, divine masculine balance within you. And as I said before, what is going on within for Nonsibe Dubé, what's going on within you is reflecting on the outside of you. And so that brings you in full alignment. But what is the decision you've got to make? 1, it is to bask in your glory, Judith, to bask in your hard work, to bask in you getting people and yourself through tough times and really sticking to what you know. Wow. The Moon. So you have got the Sun on one side, the Moon on the other. the two combination with clarifying the Lover's card, bringing the two together, bringing the masculine together, the sun, and the feminine, the moon, merging, making a decision to merge. Are you making a decision about a partnership, Judith? Green business ideas. Alex, that's awesome. Judith, are you making a decision about a partnership? It feels like you are. What are you making a decision about then? Major decision. But maybe it's to unite yourself. Maybe because there's been a lot of masculine energy being had to put into really balancing and doing this Two of Pentacles juggle in the material. Is it to integrate that divine feminine self, to remember that part of self too, and actually bask in the hard work that you've put in? Ace of Swords. So you've got some clarity over something. Judith, has there been it feels like you are. It feels like you're drawing somebody in and you're going to make the decision. Because you're balancing on the within, somebody's being drawn to you like a magnet on the outside. Who knows, Judith, yeah? It feels that way. So we've got the Ace of Swords here. There's clarity about this. So whatever it is, there's going to be enlightenment. And when the question comes up in your mind, that deep burning question that feels important, say yes. Say yes. That's about as much as I can give you, Judith. It seems like it needs to be revealed. Other than to say yes. And really, I mean, that is very powerful to have the Moon card and the Sun card come out to clarify the Lover's card. Damn. Very powerful. And then the Ten of Pentacles. You're doing all right, Judith. Don't you worry about a thing. Who else it is? You are so welcome, Judith. It is true, and I hope it is true for you, because that is one awesome reading. I would not say no to that kind of reading. You are so welcome, and I put the intent out there that is exactly what you get, because that is an awesome reading. It's an abundant reading, but you've put the work in to get there, so well done you. Alex, you better really go for those green options. That's exactly, Barry will tell you, it's exactly what I talk about. It's exactly the kind of people who need stepping up. So you do you. Make it happen, make it work. I'll promote the hell out of you. Using water, using steam, ancient Egypt style. Go back to the past to improve the present. Look up true ancient Egypt, Alex, for some ideas of some of the green things they did to create energy. Colin. Colin, do you have any direct questions, or do you want a general reading? I know he wants a general. I said general. So, Colin, my Colin, King of Wands. Not really accepting yourself for the awesome dude that you are, that I know you to be. Somehow, some way stifling your sexual energy, your sexual connections, the opportunities of such. Stifling the fact that you're not taking full authority for what you want. The 8, there needs to be something letting go of, something said goodbye to within your emotional self to truly attain the King of Wands in the upright. There needs to be some kind of letting go of maybe a relationship in your life, Colin. Some kind of walking away. But then the Major Arcana Temperance card, to have some real self-control, to have some real balance, to know that balance is key. And if you have relationships around you that are imbalanced, that are not of a healthy state, then you have to have the wisdom of the Temperance card to do the 8 of Cups and walk away, because you're never going to be the King of Wands in the upright within those relationships if you don't. It might be early warning signs, Colin. You see, we've got the Ace of Pentacles coming out, just flowing out on top of the King of Wands, but it's in reverse also. And so this is not just stifling you, as I said before. If we are stifled emotionally, it reflects in our physical. If we are stifled spiritually, it reflects in our physical health. If we are stifled mentally, it reflects in our spirit world and our physical health, all reflecting on each other. So if there's an imbalance anywhere, and that includes the relationships that we have around us, then it is going to be difficult for anything else to fall in line. So that Ace of Pentacles, that promise of new, that promise of building something great, that promise of sustenance and abundance is in reverse. So there's a block there, and it's an emotional block of some kind, Colin, that needs to be let go of. Wow. Truly needs to be let go of. So let's clarify this 8 of Cups for Colin. Strength. So you've got the Strength card on top of the 8 of Cups. You're going to have to be strong enough to do this, Colin. You know, things move and flow and cycles end and begin. And, you know, where there was hopes maybe for something, no, it's not balanced. It's not for you. It's actually inverting your strength, weakening your resolve. Let's clarify the Temperance card. So being in balance, being the Page of Wands, being mutable, being changeable. It might have been a nice idea, but not to be too fixed on anything. To be able to have the self-control and the wisdom to know when to walk away, when to let go, when to look for something new. On the bottom of the deck, you've got the 7 of Wands, but it's in reverse. So you're not in defense of self. Everything about self is in reverse, inverted, not taking up the authority. Take the authority, Colin, because I know you've got that in you. I know you've got that capacity. But right now you just got a capacity for it in others, whereas it's you that needs to show the strength that I know you've got inside of you, and not be afraid or ashamed to show it either. So I hope that helps, my Colin. That gives you some kind of confirmation on which way to go forward. My nose has been on fire tonight, sorry. Sometimes when I'm getting messages, it gets so itchy. Sometimes people make it itch. So, who is next? I think there was somebody next. Ekra, do you have a direct question, or do you have do you just want a general reading? Let me sit up straight on there. Ekra. Any message would be fabulous. Are you, Angel? Okay, well, they flew out like feathers. So we've got the Ace of Wands. So new passions, new desires, prowess, driven. And then we've got the Page of Swords. Are you being truthful about you fulfilling your passions and your desires in life, Ekra? Or are you holding back? Because there's this Ace of Cups. So we've got the Ace of Wands, the Page of Swords, speaking truth into the situation, sending messages, the words, the truth, the thoughts. But then we have the Ace of Cups. I mean, damn, look at that cup. It's got everything in, and that Ace of Wands has got everything in that she would want. So there's an opportunity here for love, but have you been holding back on that or not expecting that could happen? You're welcome, Colin. Oh, do you know Alex Barry? Anybody who knows Alex is a friend of mine. Friend to the end. Cool dudes with your sunglasses on and your emojis. So, yeah, Ekra, really taking a hold of whatever this passion is. There's a desire here for this this divine feminine energy. There's look how he's standing. Well, that would make sense. It doesn't have to be sexual energy, because the Page of Swords is the messenger, is the intellect, and that's in the middle of the two. Maybe it is that you've been holding back on yourself too much, but there's messages that need to be sent with this Eight of Wands. It's all about passion. It's all about what are you truly passionate about then, Ekra? What kind of career path do you see yourself on? But then limit yourself with these self-limiting, self-deprivating thoughts that won't let you get quite there. There's something in the middle of you really embracing your desires, your passions, and making them work, regardless of circumstance. See, that would make sense then, Ekra, because the Ace of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles has come up. Real estate, are you joking? The Queen of Pentacles is real estate. She's the land, she's the home, she's the very pavement that you walk on. So that would make a lot of sense. Go for it, Ekra. I don't know, honestly, go for it. Really go for it. Truly, you couldn't get more confirmation if you tried. That card coming out for you just there. The Seven of Cups on the Page of Swords, speaking truth into your spread too thinly emotional self, worries and woes of what might go wrong, what could go wrong, the current climate, the collective stage, how's it looking within the housing market, you know, all of that. If you're as passionate as this and you're getting confirmation like that, go for it and trust that it will work. Trust that you will hit the market at such a time that it doesn't even matter if prices go down, because so many people somehow, some way are going to find a way to have their own businesses to be able to buy, and you still will break it in. So really refine yourself right now and really get focused right now. You've got it all within you. This reading says it all. And this brings real fulfillment, real emotional joy. So you go from the confused, bit dim, Seven Cups, too many options, too many things that could go wrong, to this beautiful chalice, this beautiful huge cup with everything in that you could possibly need. You won't even feel like you're going to damn work. Fabulous, Ekra. Absolutely. Go for it. Stop holding back. Stop juggling. This will mean that you literally maintain a balance between yourself, between this world. You will be okay. You will, even if the climate is difficult, you will balance this out. You will be okay. Beautiful soul. and you deserve it. You're worth it. I put good intent out there for that career for you. Excellent reading. It is, Barry. That's a positive reading. Feels positive. Feels passionate. Just stop limiting yourself and spreading yourself too thin, Ekwa. I love the name too. Go for it. Go for it. Find people that perfect homes, or allow them to find you. Who is next? Excellent reading. Yes, Ekwa. Smile, go for it. Let me know how it goes. Comment on one of my videos one of the days, or you can all hit me up at True Divine, my Facebook page. If you like the page, that would be awesome. If you shared the page, that would be even more awesome. But that means you know where to message me on there, because I like people that let me know how they're getting on, whether they've had confirmation of their readings and whatnot. Bethany Pollock. Bethany, do you have a direct question, or just general? Bethany. Have I been on 3 hours? God, I can talk. I'm going to do your general, Bethany. Two and 1, Queen of Swords. So Bethany, first and foremost, before I say anything else, I'm going to write down Bethany. I'm going to have to call me on. Bethany Pollock. Bethany Pollock 3. Okay. So the sun is on the bottom of the deck. True enlightenment coming, true glee, true, I don't know why I want to say this, but I want to tell you it represents the Gemini twins, on the back of the horse. Usually it speaks of very Gemini energy, actually, this reading, but it speaks of enlightenment. It speaks of peace and bliss. Sunflowers, I'm always putting the emoji of the sunflower because it means peace. It means happiness, it means bliss, but most of all, it means peace. It's the peace flower. So there's a crossroads here. You're in two minds about something, you're overthinking something. You really need to connect with your heart chakra. You really need to connect with what your passions are, what your core truth is, not what is expected of you. Broaden your horizons. You've got the world in your hands, but you're sort of looking at it just as blindly as you were when you were blindfolded in the Two of Swords. You may as well be blindfolded in the Two of Wands, because you're gazing out blankly, not knowing which way to go forward. Either yourself or somebody more in particular around you is a Gemini energy and is the ruthless Queen of Swords and has been there, done that. And actually, usually you wouldn't want to mess with her, and usually you wouldn't naturally want to listen to her, but actually this time you need to. She speaks truth into your situation and takes away the confusion of your options, and maybe quite ruthless about it, but that is a good thing for you. It gives you a way forward. The Devil. Something is tying you, something is binding your decision making, limiting your belief in self. This is what this Queen of Swords is going to speak into. Devil has kept coming up. High Priestess has kept coming up too. So this motherly energy, this divine feminine energy is going to speak truth to your situation, Bethany. You need to listen. You need to really listen. The wisdom there, the age there, the experience there, although you don't feel like it, although you don't, Two of Cups, it's going to bring, so you've gone from, I mean, come on, Bethany, you've got a 2. in this Two of Swords, a 2 in this Two of Wands, and then after listening to the truth spoken by this Queen of Pentacles, this divine feminine 2 high priestess energy, you get the 2 of Cups. Perfect balance, perfect relationship, balanced relationship, reflecting in on each other like a mirror. It's a beautiful thing. 2, 2, 2, 2. Jump on that. So that's for you, Bethany. That is a very powerful reading, but you must listen and you must unlock yourself from whatever chains that bind you with that. Because if you do, it'll pay off in dividends relationship-wise. Brandy. Brandy, we love Brandy. Hey, Brandy, have you got anything you need to ask? Brandy, Brandy, Brandy. Do you want to ask anything directly, Brandy? I'll just go for Brandy. So the 9 of Rods has come up, 9 of Wands. So there's a stop, there's a pause moment, Brandy, where you're taking in where you're at, you're taking in which way you want to go forward, which way is going to be best for you to persevere. You've worked hard to get to that point. You're a bit battered and bruised energetically or physically, but you've gotten there. You need to just stop and take heed of what direction to take next, what is going to pay off the most. The Fool card comes up, so whatever opportunity you see or whatever path you see a way forward in, it's to take that leap of faith, to not be afraid of the perceived dangers along the way. If your intuition tells you to go in that direction regarding this passionate thing that you, this desire that you have to build something, then you go for it. You be the fool. You start that journey off. Don't be afraid to jump in. There's nothing to lose right now. If anything, this COVID business has given us, it's given us a chance to just blame COVID. If it doesn't work, I'm only joking. It will work, Brandy, whatever it is that you're building. But I'm just saying that there is that option there to just blame COVID, because they're blaming everything else on COVID. So I know you won't do that, Brandy. That's just me being ridiculous. So taking in this point of view, taking in which direction you want to go in, how you find your way forward, but go forward, keep going. Be pure about it, be intuitive about it. Brandy, take more time to meditate. There's been a lot of action, a lot of work put into this, a lot of passion. Take more time to meditate. It will help these 2 stages. You will see your way forward. But there's happiness here, Brandy. There's wholeness here. There's something that brings you glee here. Something that you're doing that is something that you wouldn't have imagined doing this time last year. And it makes you feel good. It makes you feel whole. So let's clarify what you need to do to meditate. 10 of Wands. So you go from the 9 of Wands, waiting to see, it's been hard work, getting there, taking in that view, that way forward, to taking the advice and doing the meditation, to immediately getting the 10 of Wands. You know the way forward. You know that tough cycle of building, of passion, of drive is over, and then you begin this Fool's journey, bringing something new into the collective, Brandy. I'm doing Brandy now, Barry. Oh, what are you building? I didn't see that. Greg, no way, you're building something with Greg Allison, the worm guy. We have to regain sovereignty so we can demand laws are changed and they stop poisoning us. Damn right you do, Brandy. And that reading has just confirmed it. Drop the freaking mic. Brandy Robinson, you're working with Alison Gregg, the worm guy. Is it Alison Gregg, the worm guy? If it is, I'm a bit starstruck. He's an awesome dude. And my daughter loves worms. Oh, wow. Thank you so much, Barry. I hope I haven't distracted you too much tonight. Thank you so much for everything you've done tonight. If you were here, I'd make you something to eat or get a takeaway, chill, put a movie on. So I'm just going to send you that energetically to say thank you and ask you that you do it for yourself. Hey, Brandy. Brandy, is it the worm guy that you're working with? Is that what you're building? Alison Gregg, the worm guy? Oh, please say yes. Please say yes. Oh, wow. Where should you focus your attention? Brandy, I'm going to send you something. I'll send you it via Messenger. It'll probably be tomorrow, but I'm going to send you something extra because if you're building something like that, I don't mind giving you some extra information, reading-wise, psychic, intuition-wise, of how to go forward, because right now it's just saying take the leaps where you find them. But your reading definitely said need more time to meditate. And so if I can help you through that focus, through that meditative focus, I will. Oh, that would be awesome, Barry. Thank you. I would love to share that. I'd love to share that. Well, Barry, I'm sending you so much love because I know what you've been through today, and I'll speak to you about it. Don't you worry. And thank you for being my wrench guy. Goodness me, need bed. So it is 12:45. I'm gonna hang in the towel. Harmony, if you hear this, I think it was Harmony, will make sure that you're one of the first on the list next time if you're in time. I love you all. Okay, thank you, Barry. Love you. Mwah. Sending you so much hugs. See you soon. I thought I'd better type love you all. Night, night.